So I had problems with my backup camera. It actually just kind of stopped working. So I'm going to disconnect. I figured it out. See, this is the factory one, and this is the second time I replaced this. And I really didn't want to spend another $80 on one of these just to have it go bad. I suspect there was some water or whatever that got in there. Obviously you can see it's dirty. So for your car, it's probably going to be very similar. And if you don't want to spend, I don't know, so maybe yours is a cheap fix, but for this Escalade, it was too much for me just to have it last for a couple years. So I just bought a cheap $10 camera off Amazon, and this is it. It's your typical camera. You got an RCA video feed, and then you have the power feed right here. So I was getting an error when I put it in reverse. So let me start it up here. And again, it may be different for you, but that's what mine told me. I know when I replaced it the first time, it didn't say that. It just was a white screen. Like the camera kind of worked, but it was just a white screen. I'm guessing something happened. Something got in the lens. Who knows? So I just bought a cheap one, and I just snipped it, or the factory one. I wanted to use the factory harness, right? Because I don't want to dig into this part of it, so I dug into this part of it. So there are 4 wires. It's red, white, yellow, and black. So I just assumed that the red and the black were the power. So I tested those, and it was. So I guessed right. So the red and the black here off the factory harness, it gave me 6 volts, which I guess it's a 6-volt camera, but the one I bought, I don't know, it said 12 volt, but it still seems to work. So these middle 2 here on my particular harness, we got a white and a yellow. So this is the RCA, this black cable. And so there's a red one here. That's for power, but you don't need it because you already have your power for your factory camera. So the cool thing about this is if this camera does go out again, this aftermarket one, I can just simply plug and play right here. I can just buy another cheap one, or if I don't like this one, if I think it has bad night quality, I have no idea yet. I'm going to find out. I can just continue to use, I'll just continue to use these plugs right here because it's pretty much universal whenever you buy one of these aftermarket ones. So anyways, I'm just gonna one-handed, I'm gonna twist you this up. So now I got full power here. And we'll go back in. So yeah, there's my camera swinging in the breeze. So I'm gonna have to figure out what's up and down, obviously. And then I'm gonna try and mount it in this factory casing. Because there are a couple little screws I can take out to take this old camera out. And I'll just kind of mount, I don't know, I'll mount that one in there somehow. And then I'll put this all back together. So again, yours is going to be different. I don't know how. You're just going to have to look on YouTube to figure out how to take your particular camera out. But this is how I did mine. And most have 4 wires. I guess if there's a 5th wire, I'm not sure what to do with that. Maybe that could be for lines in your camera. apparently there's a way to get lines in mine according to, I don't know, the directions, but I'm not going to I think you have to cut those to get the lines. I don't know, but I'm not going to do it because I just want an image. That's all I want. I don't need lines in my screen. But anyways, I'm going to tidy this up, and hopefully this helps you save a little bit of money as opposed to buying OEM just to throw in a cheap camera. I don't know that this would work for the 360 cameras that the newer cars have, but this is how I think your basic camera, you could do it with any car. I'm going to try this with my Volt next because I got the same issue. So hopefully this helps. See you later.